Hello everyone, this is Arrow, and welcome back to Sundown Moon Up Podfics. Today we'll be continuing Learning to Adapt to the Fall by Supupdog. Chapter 9, Aizawa Needs Some Sleep. Shota has no idea what is happening with his problem child. Nemuri came into his room at one point stating that Hizashi needed to help calm down Hawks. Hizashi already informed him that his problem child took a quirk that would have hit him and actually distracted that Tomura Shigaraki guy enough that his head got smashed a little less than everyone thought. Thanks to the quick destruction his problem child gave him, Shota was able to actually use his eyes instead of having them wrapped up, but besides parts of his head not wrapped, everything else was mummified. Shota will never be happy with his problem child getting hurt for him, but he is thankful at the same time. Back to Nemuri, currently talking his ear off and wishing that she had a voice quirk like his husband, so he could just shut off her voice or limit its volume a bit. She is currently informing him on the situation with Hawks and his problem child. Midoriya was hit with a quirk, an overpowered and extremely strong quirk that would be amazing for heroics if only the quirkist doctors looked a little more into it instead of pushing it off as weak and useless. With the quirk hitting him, it gave him the health of a newborn baby, and apparently his problem child, embodying his name entirely, had plenty of injuries or missing limbs to be exact. Midoriya has a bird of prey mutation quirk that is most likely a dual-wielding one because of the strength the kid has. Now that Midoriya has wings, feathers, sharp claw-like hands, tail feathers, and according to Nemuri, has gotten his toes back. His feet were between bird and human, but just seemed to have the bird part of his feet cut off. Shota was trying to keep calm, learning that someone maimed one of his students and he didn't notice, made him furious, but it seemed even Midoriya didn't know. This happened when he was young or even when he was born. When Shota gets out of this hospital, he is going to have to get rid of some bodies because Nemuri said it was most likely the kid's parents. If the kid's parents are part of the CRC or the creature rejection clan, that would make sense because it's usually those parents that get rid of inhuman traits with their kids. Was so violent when I was there. I don't really get the instincts thing because I don't have them, but wanting to have your kid by you after they got injured makes sense. So it just makes him feel those normal parental instincts some parents have. Cough, cough. You. Sorry. Had something in my throat. But anyways, it takes those and just kind of cracks it up to like 678%, give or take, and the kid will also feel those types of feelings as well. Your problem child will probably be clinging to Hawks' side for a little bit, but with the way he's looking with you, we'll probably have to. Shota is so thankful for the fact that Hizashi just walked through the door with, oh, he has a crying Hawks with him. He was able to hear a large intake of air through Hawks' nose as the young hero starts to glare daggers at Nemuri that is sitting right by my bed. There are clear tear tracks on Hawks' cheeks and his eyes are red and puffy. Aizawa can clearly see this one wing that was behind Zashi slowly rise, same with the other one, and strapped to puff up. I'm so sorry, Nemu. I forgot you, Hawks. Hizashi looked at the winged hero that was looking about to tackle Nemuri off her chair. Hawks! His head finally snapped up to look at Hizashi with a low whine. Was that a fucking whine? Left the young hero's throat as he gave his husband pleading eyes. Puppy eyes? No, we are going to. Hizashi let his eyes fly over to both of them, but quickly jerked his head to the door behind them. Let Nemuri leave the room. He slowly started to move away from the door, but not closer to where he was laying, where Nemuri was sitting. After getting a pretty good distance away, Hizashi motioned for Nemuri to fucking get out of the room with the current feral number 3. As soon as she stood up, Hawks was hissing at her and positioned himself so that he was blocking the view of Hizashi from her. Aizawa has never seen a hero who is trained to be calm in stressful situations act like this. Nemuri decided to take it slow, but honestly, he has no idea if she noticed the small feather in his head that is currently sharp. Is currently sharp. Hawks, you're getting feathers in my nose and mouth. Hizashi is struggling with his own battle against a wall of feathers, but maybe if he could get Hawks' attention, his husband would never put him in danger, so that must mean that Hawks is safer with them at the moment, especially with the problem child gone. Is it Problem Bird now? No. If Hawks claimed Midoriya and he has a Hawks quirk, doesn't that mean that his problem is now? Food for thought later. Right now is making sure Nemuri isn't attacked and essentially will knock out everyone in the room to keep herself safe. Hawks. Aizawa's voice was still very scratchy and dry from the injury that messed with his vocal cords. He's glad that it will heal fully, but he might need speech therapy to get it back to 100%. The number 3 hero's head snapped in his direction and he was able to hear a slight yelp of his name from Hizashi, but he's pretty sure he wouldn't get hurt. Hawks quickly scanned his whole body and the things that are attached to him at the moment, and he could see the edge that was Hawks' eye slowly melt away. His wings were still puffed up, but he didn't look like he wanted to rip his throat out, so Aizawa will count it as a win. Nemuri was almost out of the room by now, but he should keep that attention on him still. Hawks, how are you? I heard... Whoa! Without warning, Aizawa suddenly had his chest full of Hawks, and he quickly realizes he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Nemuri fully slipped out of the room, and Hizashi quickly made his way over to him. Oh my god, Sho, are you okay? His husband was by his side, and his husband was by his right side, as the left was currently occupied. He felt a light pain as Hawks continued to hug him, but with how much pain meds he's on, it's not that bad. The shaking from the pro hero currently clinging onto him as if he would disappear confuses him greatly because Hawks doesn't know him or care about him like that. Aizawa looked over to Hizashi, hoping to get some answers, but automatically noticed the other man was looking a little bit lost. After some slightly audible sobs from the young hero, the only thing Hizashi mouthed to him was, maybe instinct, and then gave a light shrug. Aizawa looked back down to the currently crying pro on him. He is a man that is not good with emotions unless he really cares for them, and they know him very well. Hawks, his head shot up to look him in the eyes, and now Aizawa finally has a good look at his face. Hawks' pupils are blown extremely wide while looking at him, and then the eyes zoomed over to his husband, and a low whining peep came out of the hero's mouth. Aizawa in all honesty does not know what to do. He doesn't do touchy-feely emotions, or well, he can, but not good at it. He's not good at it. This put on top of instincts of a bird of prey mixed with humans that are putting him even further out of his normal zone of what he is able to do on an average day. He is overwhelmed and hoping his husband can somehow figure out what's going on. After a minute that felt like an hour, Hizashi quickly squatted down so he could be eye level with the young man, the almost teen that has only been able to drink for 2 years and that has been on the scene for 4 years. A young kid that was let to be a top hero and saw too much from a young age, and also that is not putting into the fact that no one knew who Hawks was. No one knows who Hawks is. He's just appeared one day and is following the HPSC's orders like a loyal dog. It's hard to get the fact that Hawks has most likely lived all his life with the HPSC and needs more emotional connections into his head. Hey, 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 hey. Hisashi slowly telegraphed his movements as he put his hand on Hawk's head. It's okay. Shota is a little banged up right now, but he's fine. He'll be right as rain as soon as he can get his second dose of healing from Recovery Girl. Sashi gave a gentle and warm smile to the young man as he slowly carted his fingers through Hawks' hair. Aizawa was sure that Hawks was already relaxed into his side, but as soon as his husband started to slowly unknot his hair, Hawks was boneless. He felt the weight of Hawks laying on his chest a little bit of pain, but Aizawa recently has felt pain that was much worse than this. Aizawa can't help with the calming down because he can't use his arms or hands, but he can move all of his muscles in his shoulders. He doesn't particularly think that having a cold, hard cast running down your back is comforting. Does words help with this? I'm going to be okay, Hawks. He looked down at Hawks the best he could from where he was laying on his chest. The number 3 hero is still an absolute blob of nothing on his chest as Hisashi just slowly works through his knotted hair. It would be irrational to worry so much over it when it'll be just a day or two until Recovery Girl. His words died in his throat when he started to hear a low humming. Purr? Come from Hawks. Sashi was also stilled for a second, but quickly continued to comb through his hair. Soon a wing shot out and tried to wrap around Hisashi to pull him closer. His husband looked at him with a confused, questioning look, but Aizawa doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He knows a ton of facts about cats, but not birds. Do birds purr, or was that a growl? Is that a thing they do? Recovery Girl is going to come by and heal me, and then I'll be as good as new. The weird purring that was apparently a thing that Hawks just does continues as Hisashi just works on his hair that is done by now. Wings. The murmur of a word was barely audible, but thankfully the room is definitely quiet right now, so it was easily heard. His husband looked to him, but Aizawa doesn't fucking know. This is instinct stuff, plus emotions. Sashi looked back at Hawks with his normal happy sunshine level. As he slowly ran his fingers through his hair, the other just being putty in his hands. Hawks, what do you mean wings? A huff of air from the young hero's nose and some slow blinks passed, but finally Hawks answered. Finger wings. He watched as Hawks squeezed his eyes shut as he let out a big yawn. Aizawa had to use all of his control not to yawn back. You fixed my hair, but can wings? Aizawa can tell how much the young man on him wants to fall asleep, but is trying his best to stay up. Kind of like a cat sleeping on you for warmth, but Hawks is doing it for wing scratches. Hisashi gave a gentle but still slightly confused smile as he started to move over to his left, the only way to get to Hawks' big wings better. So, you want me to fix your wings? So, little listener, just to make sure, you want me to get rid of all the feathers that are falling out and fix the ones that are askew, right? The purr-hum growl that got louder after Hisashi asked that question. Aizawa caught eyes with him, and he can tell his husband called Hawk's little listener, and he can see the look in his eyes. They can't adopt him, but they can adopt him, but they will be able to adopt Midoriya. Midoriya and Hawk seem to be a two-in-one package, so... Okay, I'm going to touch your wings now, his husband said with a chipper tone as he pulled out his phone to look up how to fix someone's wings right. Aizawa just gave a glare to Hisashi as he quickly scanned different sites on his phone. Really, Zashi? The words stated in his normal monotone voice that was followed by Hisashi's smug grin. Watching as the older man started fixing the younger's wings, purred growling humming getting louder, as they all sprawled out on his chest. "I am too young to have this old of a kid, Sashi." The hum from Hisashi was slightly drowned out by the noise made by Hawks, but was still clear to hear. A grin still clear as day on his face was the only answer that Aizawa would get from his husband, and they were still laying on him. "Can I at least have some space?" "Are you in pain?" A glare was the answer. "Then you should be fine for now, and you need more sleep anyways." More glaring that would stop Satan in his tracks. Unfortunately, Hisashi has known him for most of his life, so it has no effect. "What, Sho?" Hisashi pulls out his big pleading eyes that remind him of kittens. Why must he do this now? "Do you not want to spend time with our new kid?" The term is AS for young hawks. Baby hawks. You know, but Hawks isn't a baby, Sashi. He can be our baby, and Midoriya can be our other legal baby, because those parents can't be good news. Aizawa let out a low groan at the thought of Midoriya's parents entering his mind. He didn't want to think of them, but because he can't do anything about it at the moment, he is trapped on his stupid fucking hospital bed, and Hawks plus Sashi are making sure he can't escape now. If it wasn't for his husband, Aizawa would already be at the door of the Midoriya household banging on it. He would be calmly telling them that he was doing a student wellness check because of the new information they got from the quirk used on him. Aizawa would then arrest both of those parents because they must be abusive. They must be. Everything about the kid's behavior makes sense now. Skittish, won't look authority in the eyes, scared of authority, and was basically horrified of being alone with one. So much more that he should have noticed, but didn't. Aizawa was supposed to see because that's his job. He was trained for those types of things, but no, he didn't notice one of his students in pain every fucking day. Nezu should already be on his way, and that might be the only thing that's keeping him slightly sane. Nezu would be able to get those fuckers. They won't ever be able to be in the same building as their kid or within 30 feet of him, but that won't matter when they are behind fucking bars. At the moment, Nezu is sitting at a desk in the hospital in a room no one can get into unless he lets them, because the hero ward is just so nice and has the best accommodations. He was flipping through his breakdown of the quirk, Minute Baby, and picking out all the flaws the quirk can have on the affected individual. He needed a complete list of every reason they needed to check on Midoriya. Being able to do a home visit is easy for a hero, but if it's only on a gut feeling and they are hiding things, they can try and sue, and that would prolong the time Midoriya has to spend with those two monsters. Nezu has come to realize that is what those two are by the footage he has combed through and saw how they reacted to those with mutation quirks. He put that information into another folder to use for when they are taken to court, so that it can be proven that if they somehow hide the fact they are quirkist, they cannot escape the evidence that is already on hand. Nezu is typing as fast as his paws can move, as he hopes he is not too late. He has already got Midnight in position, but just sending one hero to where Nezu is sure they are going to have runners is a bad idea. He is trying to get in Ingenium and Rocklock. He was lucky enough that Ingenium is visiting a friend's agency for the day. Rocklock was a little harder to get in. He was technically off the clock and was supposed to have a day off in general. As soon as Nezu mentioned that a kid was probably being neglected or abused, Rocklock was apparently half in his hero uniform and on his way. Nezu has been keeping track of the time since Midoriya Izuku left the hero ward. It has been exactly 6 hours and 28 minutes since their car left the parking lot. He would have liked it to leave sooner, but again, Nezu had to quickly gather information from multiple places and also wait for the heroes needed on the arrest. He has plenty of information, heroes are now in place, and the police are going to wait near the Midoriya house. Nezu closes everything and hops off the tall chair. He rushes his way to the door and out the hospital to the cop car that will be taking him there. He makes sure he has everything in order, a student that will most likely be put under UA watch, the teacher or teachers in this case that are going to watch him, and even papers to get Hawks a key card for UA and place him in a place for him to stay on campus if need be. Nezu was getting messages from Midnight asking if Yamada was going to be on this as well, but he is working on keeping Hawks calm and happy, also making sure the man with 2 broken bones and 2 shattered knees stays in bed. It was close to time. The sky was getting darker and it was 9:02. It has been a long time and Nezu doesn't know if these individuals would wait to hurt his student or hurt his student when he was asleep. How far are you from our destination? Please and thank you. About 7 minutes away by now. It's okay. We'll get the kid out of there, sir, and then you can drag the parents through the illegal bloodbath. The officer that just so happens to not know the name, the officer that he just so happens to not know the name stated with a bright smile as he continued to drive to the house. Nezu hopes that they get there at least before too much damage is done. Here are some endnotes memes. Nem. So here's the tea of the day and the people I want to personally disfigure. Zawa. I want to sleep, but you said people hurt my problem child? Names. Now. Nem. Talking. Zawa. I regret. Sashi. Okay, bring Big Bird to the room and make sure he's happy. Room with Nem in it, making it not safe. Hawks. Threat, 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 threat. Sashi. Fuck, I forgot. Nem. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'ma beat the fuck out of you, Sashi, for bringing this feral child adult man into the room that can kill me. Sashi. Just get the fuck out. Suddenly really happy. Okay, Hawks, we're just going to sit over here and we're going to calm down. Zawa thinking he can help somehow. Hee-haw. Oh fuck. Hawks. Flock member. I can protect the AS. I'm sorry. Zawa. What do? Zashi. Aw, poor baby. Zawa. Not poor baby. Help me. Nem quickly walking down the hall and hearing the yelling. Don't mind it, don't mind it. Phone rings. Oh, hey, Nezu. Nezu. Go to the Midoriya's house. I'll be there shortly. Nem ready for murder. You can count on me, Nezu. Nezu calling Ingenium. I need help with a case. It involves a child. Ingenium. Oh, I'm at a friend's agency. How far is it? Nezu. Address. Ingenium. Oh, that's like an hour or 2 away. I'll be there. See ya. Nezu sighing. He is so nice, even after all these years. Nezu calling Rocklock. I know you have a day off. Rocklock. Oh my god. No, I was supposed to have a day off today, man. Nezu. A child is being abused. Rocklock. I am on my way. Yells at his wife. Honey, where is my hero suit? Nezu. Just try and get there as quick as you can. I'm compiling evidence as we speak. Rocklock's wife. What? Rocklock to his wife. Where's my hero suit? Wife. Why? Nezu. Rocklock, you're still on the phone. Rocklock. I need it. Nezu. Rocklock, you're forgetting to hang up again. Rocklock. Oh, sorry, Nezu. I'll be there shortly. Rocklock's wife. I swear, if you do this again. Rocklock. Honey, it's about the Phone hangs up. Nezu. I'm sure this scenario happened in a movie once. Oh well, where did I put that paper? Sashi, as he fixes Hawks' wings. New baby. Zawa. He can't be baby. Sashi. He is baby, can't change my mind, and Zuzu will be legal baby. Zawa sighing. Gods damn it, Sashi. Hawks. I have a flock. Alright everyone, that is the end of chapter 9 of Learning to Adapt to the Fall. I really liked this chapter, seeing as we got to see more of Hawks meeting or seeing Aizawa and seeing how Aizawa's feeling during this. I hope you've all enjoyed, and thank you for listening. I'll see you all soon. Bye!